Do 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 do. Okay. All right. Thank you for those of you that caught the fact that I had no sound. I think I probably fixed it. I probably fixed the no sound. So welcome everybody to our live stream. Let's see. Let's check in on the chat. A little bit of a different setup today, as you guys might have noticed. I'm not sure. All right. So welcome everybody. Just let me know, guys, if we have fixed the sound issue. Good to see everybody. And thanks to those of you who were helping me out there in the chat. Awesome. So, other good news for today's live stream is we have Dennis our sound issue has been fixed. So Dennis, go ahead and join us and say hello.
Hello, how you doing? How's everybody?
All right, great. I'm going to turn you up a little bit. Let's try that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You're nice and loud on my earphones, so hopefully everybody can hear you. All right.
Hopefully they can hear it.
All right. So Dennis, you've been telling me about some stuff that's going on in the chat. What do we have some?
Well, we have a happy birthday for Carly, who's 13.
Okay. Everybody wish happy birthday to Carly. Matter of fact, let's play happy birthday. Carly, tell me, what instrument do you want me to play happy birthday for you on, okay? And also, I have a question here from Mike Hamilton. So no, I'm not in a different room. I'm in the same room, but I've just changed up my setup a little bit. So I have a camera here now, and I can also be fancy, and I can switch to this camera here. Isn't that cool? So amazing. Oh, yeah. Dennis, I don't even know if you can see the stream, but very fancy.
Yeah.
Very fancy. So anyway, excited about that. Reorganizing, getting things going here. We're going to do some, obviously, if you're new to the jazz stream, everybody, you want to have your instrument ready to go. And I'll show you where to go to get the sheet music. We're going to play we have a new song to play today. And we'll go back to some old favorites, some blues, some jazz improv on blues and different instruments. And so Dennis is going to be keeping an eye on the chat. Dennis, I'll check in with you in a little bit. Let me know.
No problem.
All right. So those of you in the chat, if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in there. And we have another little treat coming up a little bit later, too. So, Carly has requested happy birthday on the bass clarinet. So let me get ready for that. Where's my bass clarinet? Here it is. Happy birthday on bass clarinet. I can do other instruments if you have requests of songs instruments you'd like me to play. And we also do take requests. Remember, today is our jazz class. So if you can try to have your requests be more on the jazzy side. And if we have time at the end, I can do maybe just other random requests if you guys have requests like that. Okay. Happy birthday for Carly. Here we go. And the 1 and a 2. There we go. Okay. Awesome. Well, hopefully that sounded good on your end. And hopefully we're not getting any lag. I get a few error notices here on YouTube, but okay. Let me show you guys what we're going to be doing that's new today. So you're going to go to, as always, the sheet music that we use, we get from drselfridgemusic.com. And let me show you. Here is where you want to go. So you go to Dr. Selfridge Music, And we go to live stream advanced band. Oh, no. Live stream jazz. My bad. Live stream jazz. And the new thing we have today, which is I think is going to be kind of fun. I had some requests. I had some requests from last classes. Someone was asking if I could do like a beginner jazz packet, and so this really isn't a beginner jazz packet, but I had an idea to do a new packet of favorite tunes, big band tunes. So if you go here and you click on big band favorites, so do you guys know? Tell me if you know what a big band is. What does a big band mean? Now, obviously, you might just think of those two words, big band, but what specifically are the instruments in a big band? You guys can put in the chat. And then what was the time period that the big bands were most popular? Do you guys know that? All right, so Mike Hamilton has a trivia question. So Mike, you can do a trivia question even if it's not jazz related, because I did request a classical trivia question. That's totally fine. So I'm looking for your answers in the chat of A, what is a big band? And B, maybe what decades were big bands most popular? Okay, so I'd be curious to get your answers on that. Mike Hamilton says Glenn Miller Band. Glenn Miller was one of the most famous big bands. Now, the tune we're going to play in our packet, the first tune in the packet, the only tune in the packet, is probably the most famous big band tune ever. It's called In the Mood. We have some answers coming in to our chat. Samalama says it consists of 4 sections: sax, trombone, trumpet, rhythm. That is correct. Very good. Arnaldo is here. Hello. Lewis says saxophones, trumpet, trombone, drums, bass, and sometimes guitar. Very good. And also, in the sax section, sometimes saxophones will do doubling, which means they'll also have a flute and a clarinet that they'll play. Samalama says usually about 10 players. A full big band is usually more like 18 to 20, because you got like the 5 saxes, 3 or 4 trombones, usually 4 now it's 5 saxes, 4 trombones, 4 trumpets, sometimes 5, and then your rhythm section. So you're getting up there. Okay, we're having some people chiming in on the dates. So Mike Hamilton said the 1910s. So I would say, Mike, small group jazz kind of emerged in the 1910s, like New Orleans style, like clarinet, trumpet, drums, banjo. And then really the big band started to emerge in the 1930s. Okay, maybe late 1920s. I'm not exactly sure on that exact time frame, but Lewis, 1850 is a little bit early. We didn't even really have any jazz things happening. To the late 1800s, you started getting like ragtime piano stuff happening. But jazz was really after 1915, 1920. Okay, cool. Thank you all for chiming in. Dan C says the 30s and the 40s. Yeah, I would say, Dan, the 30s and the 40s were the peak decades for big band jazz. So, guys, why don't we go to this new packet I've been talking about? Ooh, just knocked over my coffee mug. All right. Let's go to right here. I'm going to click on E-flat instruments. You click on your instrument. And here we have big band favorites. I'm going to zoom in a bit. So what we have is the intro, which is the whole band plays that. And then in line 3 is where the melody comes in. This is what the saxophones play in the arrangement. Okay? Why don't we give this a try? Let's look at line 1. And guys, take a look at Mike Hamilton's trivia question. Oh my goodness. I don't even know that film, Mike. So I would not be able to answer that trivia question without going to the Google and cheating. So I wonder if anyone in the chat knows that. Okay, let's look at In the Mood. We are in the key of A flat major. So for my alto sax, I'm in 1 flat. I'm in F major. And this song actually starts on, I'll turn to this camera. This song actually starts on the root, do, and it goes up. This is called an arpeggio. Do, mi, so, do. Or in jazz, we like to use our numbers. 1, 3, 5, 1. Quick answering a couple of questions in the chat. If people are I have a question of Shri is asking, do we have clarinet in this lesson? Yeah, Shri, when we do music in jazz, I put up sheet music that fits for all the instruments. So if you play clarinet, you would go, well, everyone goes to drselfridgemusic.com. Then you go to live stream jazz right here. Then we go to big band favorites, which is what the topic we're on right now. Okay, and clarinet would go to B flat instruments. You could go high or low notes. It's your choice. Flute, piano, guitar, violin would go C instruments, mallets. Saxes, alto sax go E flat. French horn goes F. Bass clef, tuba. It's all right here. Just in case you're not sure where we are. Want to keep everybody on board. All right. Here we go. So let's go back to it. We're doing our opening intro to the song. Sounds like this. I'll play it for you. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, as I've said before, sometimes when I write out songs for you guys, sometimes I'll adjust the key to make it an easier key for you to play in. This one, I didn't adjust the key. So this is the original key that Glenn Miller Band played this in. Partha Sarathi is saying, I play tenor sax. Yeah, I would go, if you're doing tenor sax, I'd go to B flat high. Okay? All right. So guys, you want to try this with me? As I was saying, I didn't simplify this into an easier key. This is the original key that you would play along with on the album, on the recording. So... it's all the major scale. Do, mi, so, do, 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 ti, do, so, mi. But then chromatic. Chromatic is when you go half steps. Da, 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 da. And then back to do. Let's try it together. Mike Hamilton, I had a feeling you would like this song. This is one of the most popular jazz tunes, and I know a lot of people that like jazz would like to learn this song. So here we go. First line together, nice and slow. Oh, Daisy, yes, I got your message. I'll help you out. Maybe Dennis can remind me when we go to next time we have sort of question time. Daisy needed help with that high A above the staff. Okay, let's play this together, folks. And first line, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, and at this point, the trumpets come in and have like a counter melody. They go ba-da-ba, ba-da-da, right? And then we go here on measure 5, and it sounds like this. Shall we try that together? The second half of the intro, starting on measure 5. Ba-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Let's play it together. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, measure 5. There we go. A lot of times in jazz, when you see an offbeat quarter note, this quarter note is on the end of 3, and then this eighth note is on the end of 4, and. Sometimes they'll want you to play it long, short, and then all other times they might want you to play short, short. It depends on what the composition, what people want to play on it, what's traditional. All right, let's get into the melody. Ready? This is where it gets a little tricky because you're doing an arpeggio all the way through. So, mi, so, do, mi, so, do, mi, so, do, mi, so, do. Or 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1. Da, 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 da. Let's do this one. This is all the same 3 notes. Line 3 starts on measure 9. It's the same 3 notes all the way through. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. All right, how did we do? Now you see these accents? It means generally, okay, let me explain a little bit about jazz phrasing. In jazz, the biggest reason that people sometimes don't sound as jazzy is because they tongue too much. They tongue every note. Like if you were going to play this melody in a very non-jazzy way or non-swinging, you would tongue every note like this. Right? It sounds like a sort of a beginner just learning how to do jazz. In jazz, you slur eighth notes as much as possible, but we accent the key notes. We accent these upper notes. So, do 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 do. Listen to the difference when I slur it. Now, you can tongue the bottom note to kind of help you get that bottom note out to go up. You don't have to like completely no tongue the whole thing, but definitely don't tongue every note. That'll sound real square. That's not what we want to do. We do mostly slurring. All right, next line, the notes change. The rhythm is the same. 2 of the notes change. Ba da da, measure 13. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it changes back here. Then 17, a new set of 3 notes. Ready, go. All right. So let's play this all together, and then we're going to go to some questions. All right. From the beginning, let's do it from the intro. Ba da 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 da. Anyone know how to go full screen on this? Would this go full screen? No. Oh. How do you do full screen? Maybe Command F. I don't know. All right. If anybody knows, you can put it in the chat. I could probably just go view, huh? View. Oh, it's Shift Command F. Boom. All right. Ready? And a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, beginning. Back to the melody. Okay, and there's more to it. I wonder if anyone noticed the little typo I made. There's always a typo. But the repeat sign here should go back to here, not here. I have to fix that. I will fix that and re-upload. Okay. So, hope you guys enjoyed playing In the Mood. That might have been hard for some of you. It might have been easier for some others. Just use it as something to practice. If it was too easy for you, try doing it faster, and use try to play along with the actual recording. So let's bring Dennis in. Dennis can help me guide through, point me to some of these questions that I can do.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Daisy Lopez Monterosa, can you play a high A above the staff on clarinet, please?
Sure. And Daisy, I'm actually working on a big project right now, hopefully going to be publishing soon, a video, separate videos, a video for every single note on the clarinet. So there'll be short little videos that show you how to play every single note on the clarinet, A, B, C, D, all the sharps and flats. But for you right now, to play a high A on the clarinet, you go thumb. Oh, you know what, Daisy, do you know how to play a D just below the staff like this? So D, with no register key, is thumb 1, 2. And when you press the register key, it pops it up to a high A. Now, if the high note isn't coming out, or it's squeaking, or it doesn't sound well, or doesn't sound right, it could be that you're. Actually, you tell me, Daisy. When you do that, let me know. Does it squeak, or does it just nothing come out? If nothing's coming out, it means your embouchure is closing off the reed and no air can get through. Right? It means your reed either needs to be a little bit stronger, or you don't want to bite as hard. Or if you're just getting what other thing could happen? Like that, super squeak. That just means you need to firm up your embouchure, use a better embouchure. Nice gentle motion when you press down the register key. There we go. I'll be scrolling through the questions here, Dennis, but why don't you throw me one more?
Okay. Carly wants to know, her question is, play C sharp on the clarinet.
Oh, so Carly, can you be more specific? Which C sharp? I'll show you real quick. There's 3 of them. There's the low one, which is a C plus this pinky. There's the one in the third space, which is this C plus this right here. Then there's the really high one, which is, it's like playing a high E, but you lift up your first finger. So it's thumb, register key, 2, 3, 1, 2. So it's one of those. I'm not sure which one you needed. Okay, I'm seeing some other questions here. Let me go back a little bit because there's been a lot of great questions. Okay. Lath is asking tutorial on Go Diego Go. I think is that the one we talked about last class, Lath? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, I'll add that to my list. Excuse me, my list of tutorials that I would like to do, or you would like to do, and I will do that if I have time. Like I was telling Daisy, I'm working a lot on this new tutorial to get all the notes on the clarinet published. Lewis says, I'd like to play the Fs at the end in the high octave. Oh, jump up the octave on the alto sax? Very cool. Let's see. Harry Potter fan. The foot joint on my flute keeps slipping slightly off, and it's annoying. Oh, yeah. You know what? When the foot joint slips off, I honestly don't know. That happens sometimes. If you bring it to, like sometimes kids have problems with the foot joint gets stuck. And when the foot joint gets stuck, I recommend people clean off the joint tenon. If it's slipping off, that might be something that a professional repair person can help you with. Like they might have a little device that can kind of slightly expand this, and so this won't slip off. I don't have a quick fix for that. Okay. Dan C. Bebop tonguing. Yeah, that's what I'm describing, Dan, is bebop tonguing. Okay, I'm going to answer a couple more questions, and then we're going to go to some more jazz stuff. The next thing we're going to do jazz-wise today, I want to do some good old blues stuff. So we're going to go to our one riff blues. Here we go. Partha Sarathi said, my sax fell out of my neck strap. Oh, yeah, you got to be careful about that. Heber Meza, hello. Oh, you know what this reminds me of? Folks, in the chat, and Dennis, I'm gonna go play another song now, but Dennis is going to keep an eye on the chat for if you're new to Dr. Selfridge, or if this is your first live stream, say hello in the chat. Let us know what instrument you play. Let us know that you're new, and Dennis will help me give you shout outs in a few minutes. Sound good, Den?
Yep, got it.
All right, I'll talk to you in a few.
Okay.
So let us know in the chat if you're new. And if you haven't already, I'd appreciate it if you guys would put a like on the video, and definitely subscribe if you're not subscribed, so you can always be updated on what I'm doing. Okay. Heber Meza, hello, I like your videos. I'm from Honduras, and I'm learning how to play the transversal flute. Oh, thank you for being here. That's awesome. Other comments here. Partha Sarathi. Can I do trombone and trumpet pieces in jazz? Yes, you can do trombone and trumpet. Lath says, my bridge key cork came off. What can I do? Lath, are you on a bass clarinet or B-flat clarinet? I would bring that, if the cork came off, I would see if you could bring that to a repair shop. They'll put a little bit of glue on it and put it on there. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's do, I want you guys to go to my website. We're going to go to One Riff Blues Tunes. So let's go to Live Stream Jazz. And this little picture here, this guy with the sax. And if you guys remember One Riff Blues Tunes, this is a good one because everything's on the same page. So I'm going to zoom in. One Riff Blues are blues tunes. Guys, what instrument should I play? I haven't played tenor sax in a while. Here's my tenor sax. Dan C. is requesting footprints. Sure. Oh yeah, Mike Hamilton's request. Oh, Too Close for Comfort. I'm gonna have to look up Too Close for Comfort. I don't really know that one. All right, so let's look at these one riff blues tunes. We've done number one quite a bit. Bag's Groove is a good one. Da da da. Let's do number 4. All right, so number 4 on our one riff blues tunes. It's called Sunny Moon for Two. It's a jazz tune written by Sonny Rollins. Okay. And it's the same as we said with all of our one riff tunes. It's the same phrase each time. So we start at the beginning. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, let's try that. I'm playing tenor sax, so I'm playing where it says B flat upper octave. That's the one I'm playing. You play whatever line works best for your instrument. Okay? Let's try it. Arnaldo, it would be nice to have a recap on where each one is. Arnaldo, I'm not sure what you mean. You mean where each piece of music that we're playing is? I'll show you. Dr. Selfridge Music, Live Stream Jazz, One Riff Blues. There it is. Okay. And this is number 4. Da 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 da. Lewis, I don't have an oboe ready to play. Plus, I'm not really that good at oboe. I would not be a great model. Guys, let's play it, and then I'm going to put on the backing track, okay? And a 1. See you, Lath. Come back again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Then we repeat, and it's a really quick repeat because you go ba da 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 ba da ba. It's really quick, okay? So let's start at the beginning. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and you got to go back real quick to get the starting note again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, rest. So it's a 1 riff blues. We did it once, twice, 3 times, the same riff. Let's get a play along track going here. Let's see. How am I going to do my play along track I'm going to do here on my computer. All right. So we're going to play this melody. Then we're going to go into some jazz improv. Now, when we do jazz improv, you have to know what scale, what key you're in. We're in a B flat blues. So we'd use a B flat blues scale, concert B flat. But if you don't know your blues scale, you can use literally the notes in the melody they make up the blues scale. So you can just use the notes that we're playing in the melody and mix them up. So let's get a good B flat blues play along. How about this one? Check this out. Ooh, it's kind of quick. That's a little fast. Let's see if we can find a little. Here's 140. A little slower. Can you guys keep up with that tempo? How's the play along track? Is it too loud? All right, let's try it. And let's play the melody 3 times. Then we're going to trade some 4s, okay? Trading 4s means I'll play 4 bars, then you make up your own 4 bars. And we're just going to go back and forth trading. We'll do that a few times. Then we'll do trading 2s. So the amount of time that we're trading will get shorter. Then we might even try 1s. Trading 1s is kind of fun. 1 bar each. Then we'll play the melody again. And when we're ready for the melody, jazz musicians usually will do a sign language. They'll point to their head, which means go back to the beginning. All right? And I'll say it out loud too so you can see it. Ready? Melody, 4s, 2s. Maybe we'll try some 1s. And then back to the melody. Here comes our click count in. So get your instruments ready. Looking in the chat here. Is my volume okay? Let me know if it's not. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's do the melody again 3 more times. Ow. Turn for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to me. Your turn. 2, 3, 4. I'm adding extra notes in that aren't in the melody. You can expand on it if you want. 2, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. Two. Let's try 2 measures each now, okay? 2s. 1, 2. 1, 2. Two, it's shorter. Let's try 1 measure each, okay? 1, 2, 3. Your turn. Your turn. Your turn. Huh. One more time on that. All right, here we go. Melody, ready? 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if we had a very nice, folks, and if we had an actual live rhythm section instead of a play along track, that we'd have a nice little ending we could put on that. All right, let's go to the chat. I haven't seen much chat happening, which actually is a good thing. That means a lot of you are either playing along or listening. Dennis, is there anything you can chime in with? Maybe something I could address or question, or I see you've been highlighting some things. Let's see. Just let me know. There we go. Yeah,
you got it.
Yeah,
okay,
you're unmuted now.
Good. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff a little bit earlier than that, but Isaiah Lacona, can you play Mo Bamba by Sheck?
Okay.
By Sheck West.
I'm going to guess that's a current pop tune, and I don't know it, but I can certainly, you know, if it's especially who was that request by? I forget.
It's Isaiah Lacona.
Okay, so Isaiah, if you come back on a band day, I usually will look up, you know, pop tunes on a band day. I'm not normally on a jazz day. So come back on that request. I'm also,
okay.
as I'm answering these questions, I'm looking for Too Close for Comfort for Mike.
Right.
Go ahead, Dan.
Jacqueline Guy wants you to play "Fly Me to the Moon" by Frank Sinatra.
Oh, that'd be a good one for our standards packet.
Yeah. Well, the other thing is she's vacationing in Atlantic City. She doesn't have her instruments there, and she's joining us while basking in the sun.
Jacqueline,
that's right.
You're making us all jealous, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Arnaldo Pelissaro. No, he's just simply. I used to have the problem use a soft cloth to wipe down the humidity from the G-pad. That was he was answering
someone else's
question above. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we do have Tatum Jepson is new, and he plays the bass trombone.
Bass trombone. Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we needed one of those.
We needed it. We need a bass trombone in our band.
Absolutely. That's right. You always need that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. I'm looking for a. Yes.
Yeah. I have one more. Mike Hamilton says, my private tutor suggests that I just play tunes that will help my embouchure and fingering to get me back playing more again, and we will tackle the technical issues later.
Yeah, Mike, I would definitely agree with that. It doesn't mean you can't. You can practice anything you want, but I think I understand what your instructor is saying, which is that if you focus too much on stuff that has difficult rhythms and notes, you'll lose your focus here, which can, you don't want to divide your attention so much. Okay. So yeah, I agree with that. All right. Let me see if I can find this tune for Mike. And if you guys have any other requests, we're getting close to the end. So if you have requests, pretty much anything that you want to play, if I know it, we'll play it.
Yeah. Mike has one more. He wanted to know, what is that interesting instrument on your back wall?
Right. Back here. So that is let me turn off my screen here.
Okay.
That is a banjo. And that's another family instrument. I was showing you guys before my accordion that I have, or my concertina. But this is another that came from my uncle Ben. He passed it along to me, my great uncle, and it's a banjo, but the back is such a beautiful design. That's why I have it that way. All right, so Mike, for you, this is Too Close for Comfort. This is a lead sheet I just found online. So I'm just going to play it straight off of this for you. This is a jazz tune called Too Close for Comfort. 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. A nice little tune. Dennis, you ever heard that one before?
Many times.
Right. Absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah. Now
that's one of those Rat Pack type of songs.
Oh yeah, totally. And while we're at it, while we're doing requests, I'm going to go and do Jacqueline's request. Whoop, let me switch over here. Boom. I'm going to do Jacqueline's request of Fly Me to the Moon. So I'm going to use a nice little accompaniment track. Da, 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 da. Now, Jacqueline, you play flute, right? Maybe I should play this one on flute for you. Fly Me to the Moon, and I'm just going to go Fly Me to the Moon play along track. Okay? And so let's give this a little listen. See how this sounds. Oh, that's loud. All right, here we go. So Fly Me to the Moon is in C major / A minor. And it starts on a C. Ba. Here we go. 2. Sorry about that. Here we go. Repeat it. And then we improvise. And when you improvise on Fly Me to the Moon, you basically can stay. One cool thing about Fly Me to the Moon is you can stay in the key signature of C major, A minor. Really awesome. All right, let's do some shout outs and some final things here. Okay. I lost my chat stream here. Here we go. It's Uni. What is my streaming schedule? I go Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Let me show you this right here. Boom. So take a look at that, guys, while I'm going through some more questions here. Oh, Dan requested footprints. Dan, are you still here? Oh, there he is. Okay. All right, let me find it. Footprints is a great great tune. Let me just find it here. All right. So we're going to be back on Tuesday with another class. We'll be doing band, so come back with your questions for that. And let's do a little footprints for Dan. We'll get a little play-along track. I'm going to play this one on tenor. Here we go. It's hard to know when they... All right, here we go. Play it again. This is a great one to improvise on too. This is what we call a modal jazz tune. It's a blues, but it's a modal type of blues. All right, so final shout outs and all of that jazz. Daisy Lopez, thank you. CRM, how many instruments do I play? I play probably about, I don't know, 10 instruments. I play, excuse me, I probably play like 6 instruments well, and then the rest of them I play okay, because I have to know them well enough to teach. Partha Sarathi, I'm a professional saxophone player. I teach clarinet and flute as well, primarily. I teach all the instruments when I'm a band director. I know enough to teach beginners just about everything. So, Lewis Blakely, I'm trying to get some of my friends together to make a wind ensemble. They seem very uninterested. Well, you know, are you in high school, Lewis? I remember when I was in high school, I was really into music, and sometimes it's hard to find people who are as into it as you are. You could even try to find people in neighboring school districts. Like if you only have a couple folks in your school that are interested, maybe get them, and then maybe reach out to other school districts, like the local high school or whatever. That's one way to do it. Just get together with whoever you have. If you only have like 4 or 5 people, make like a chamber group, and it'll grow. It can grow. Mike Hamilton's trivia answer. Mike Hamilton's trivia answer: Ode to Joy. Dan C. got that one. 3 tunes. You were looking for Symphony No. 9 in D minor and the Brandenburg Concerto No. 3, Johann Sebastian Bach. Okay, well, I didn't know the answer to that one, so that was a good trivia question there, Mike. Mike, next week, I'm going to show you a little preview here, guys. Mike, I don't know if you remember, I promised you last week I'd show you the picture I got with the jazz musician who was your trivia question last week. Do you remember that? I'm going to show you right now. I got that little story I told. Here we go. Make this larger so we all can see it. So I got to meet Mike's trivia question was, who wrote I Remember Clifford? And it's a jazz sax player named Benny Golson. I told you a story about how I got to sit backstage at a concert and meet Benny Golson. That was really cool. And here's the photo. That's me and Benny Golson. This was probably 4 or 5 years ago. That was so much fun. That was like one of the greatest experiences. So we're going to play a little game next time, everybody. And what we're going to do is I have probably 8 to 10 photos of me with famous jazz musicians, and I'm going to put them up on the screen, and I'm going to see how many of them you can name. That'll be for next time. Okay? So, everybody, I'm trying to get to my desktop here so I can see. We are just about out of time, so I hope you guys had a good time. we're about a couple minutes from the end. Uncle Joe, did you take, I think, yeah, Uncle Joe, our helper in the chat, our moderator, took that photo. So photo credit to him. Kenneth Gluck, I haven't been here in a while. Thanks for being here, Kenneth. Appreciate it. Arnaldo says 1 hour goes by too fast. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Sometimes I wonder if you guys are bored being on here for an hour with me, but I'm glad you guys are liking it. CRM Straz says, I think it's so cool that you do this. Thanks. It's aren't we lucky that we have the technology to do stuff like this? Especially when we're doing all of our social distancing, Dan C says, I have my own big band. We have 4 different schools in it. There we go. Harry Potter fan. Any recommended brands for purchasing an intermediate or professional flute? Yeah. My flute is it's not like a super professional flute. It's like a mid-level intermediate professional flute. This is a Powell. Yamaha. Yamaha makes great everything. From lawnmowers to tubas. Yamaha makes great everything. Who else is good? Good flute. It's not coming to me now. Is it Muramatsu? They're like really high level flutes. Harry Potter fan says practice 40 hours every day. Whoa, nice. Dan C, all the things you are. Last request. You guys know all the things you are? This tune. Let's see. All the things you are. Mike Hamilton says Carly shares a birthday with Daniel Radcliffe from Harry Potter. How about that? Yeah, it's unique. Yamaha makes all kinds of things. I mean, it's different divisions of the company, but they make lots of stuff. They make like boat motors and. All right, here we go. All the things you are. Ooh. So, all the things you are. Beautiful tune. Well, Dennis, are you at home or are you down the shore? Are you with us, Dennis? Oh, did I turn you down? My fault, Dennis. I turned you down. Are you down the shore or at home?
I'm at home.
All right. You going to get down there at all?
Yeah, and not until like mid-August. We rent till then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, our friend Jacqueline is enjoying the beach.
Yeah,
so,
she is. She's enjoying it for all of us.
Yeah. Is anyone else in the chat? You guys doing any vacationing or anything like that? I'd be curious. Let me know. But in the meantime, I want to say thank you to everyone who was with us for the full hour. And if you just were able to pop in for a while, I appreciate it. Of course, we will be back on Tuesday with our band class. And that's when we can do more requests. Whatever you guys want to hear, we try to do it. In the meantime, keep an eye out for my clarinet videos. My clarinet fingering videos are coming out soon. And that's pretty much all we have for today. So, Dennis, wish you a great weekend, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
Thank you. You too.
All right. And everybody out there, we will see you soon enough for our next live stream class. Thanks for being here, everybody. Take care.